Liam Lawson may be heading into serious trouble for the remainder of the 2025 season, particularly as the spotlight begins to shift toward Red Bull's rising star, Arvid Lindblad. The Austrian outfit hasn't hidden its ambition to fast-track Lindblad's promotion to Formula One, and with Isaac Hajar delivering standout performances recently, the pressure is mounting. Could this be both Lawson's first and last full season in F1? And if Red Bull cuts him loose, does he have a viable path outside of their tightly controlled driver program? What's clear is that Lawson is skating on thin ice. Not only has he fallen short of the lofty expectations Red Bull had for him, but he now finds himself in the shadow of a prodigious young talent, Arvid Lindblad, currently lighting up Formula 2. At just 17 years old, Lindblad recently etched his name into the history books by becoming the youngest race winner ever in the series, showcasing both raw speed and maturity beyond his years. His performance at the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix caught the attention of team boss Christian Horner, who remarked, "Arvid handled the race brilliantly. His pace in the second stint was impressive. He's still incredibly young and has room to grow, but he's progressing quickly and shows immense promise." Behind the scenes, Red Bull's top brass are already contemplating the next big leap. Helmut Marko, known for his blunt assessments, hasn't shied away from acknowledging the team's urgent need for a new championship-caliber driver. With Verstappen's long-term commitment still in question amidst the internal turbulence within Red Bull, the team knows it must prepare for any scenario. But they're not panicking. Their junior program is a factory of talent. Drivers like Pierre Gasly and Alex Albon may not have made it with Red Bull, but they've since flourished elsewhere. Still, Marko sees Lindblad as different. Not just another prospect, but a potential world champion. "We're hunting for our next champion," Marko said in a recent interview. "And I truly believe Arvid Lindblad is that driver. His raw speed is exceptional, something you can't teach." Marko, never one to mince words, sees in Lindblad a kindred spirit, determined, daring, and hungry. That shared mindset is what fuels his belief that Arvid deserves a shot sooner rather than later. As praise pours in, both Hajar and Marko have emphasized that Lindblad's destiny now rests on his shoulders. If he continues to deliver at this level, it's only a matter of time before he lands an F1 seat. According to sources close to the team, the relationship between Lindblad and Helmut Marko is unusually candid and direct, something rare in the hyper-political world of Formula One, and a sign that the veteran advisor is fully invested in Arvid's trajectory. On top of that, Marko has always been refreshingly direct, never one to sugarcoat things. He plainly says, "I don't know. I just want to win. I want strong performances." And honestly, I don't take his words as pressure or criticism. To me, it's just his way of expressing expectations. I listen, I take in what he says, and then I hit the track with full focus. That's how I try to keep him satisfied, by letting my driving do the talking. But the reality is that the pressure in Formula One right now is more intense than ever. If you take a close look at what's happening within Red Bull, it's easy to understand just how cutthroat the environment has become, and how difficult it truly is to prove your worth when so many eyes are watching. Liam Lawson was once touted as the future of the team, the ideal partner for Max Verstappen. Many believed that his performances in 2023 would secure him a permanent seat and a long-term spot within Red Bull. But things didn't unfold that way at all. Instead, we're witnessing a completely different scenario. Lawson, now under increasing scrutiny, is being challenged directly by Isaac Hajar. Very few people expected Hajar to turn heads so quickly, especially after his mistake in the Australian Grand Prix. But despite that slip-up, the young Frenchman has clearly found a way to earn Helmut Marko's attention. He's already scored 2 points with Racing Bulls, while Lawson still has nothing on the board. Quietly but steadily, Hajar is carving out a reputation as one of the rookies to watch this season. Marko himself didn't hesitate to acknowledge Hajar's growing momentum, which, indirectly, reflects yet another layer of pressure on Lawson. As Marko openly stated, "From where I stand, Hajar has been the standout surprise of the early season. He was unfamiliar with most of the tracks on the calendar, but adapted with impressive speed and made very few mistakes, except for the one in Australia. What's more, Isaac does something that's rare for new drivers. He's consistent with his lap times, he manages his tires with great skill, and he remains composed under pressure. Meanwhile, Arvid Lindblad's confidence is sky-high. At just 17, he doesn't just dream big, he makes bold promises and follows through. He recently shared a story that captures his self-belief perfectly. Back in 2021, while watching a race with a friend, Lindblad spotted Lando Norris. That's when he told his friend that in 5 years, he'd be sharing the track with him. His friend laughed and said, "You don't have the guts to say that to Lando." Lindblad took it as a challenge. Without hesitation, he approached Norris and introduced himself. "It was nice to meet you," he told the McLaren driver. "I'll see you on the grid in 5 years." That moment stuck with him. Lindblad compared it to the iconic story of Lewis Hamilton telling Ron Dennis he'd race for McLaren one day. For Arvid, that bold prediction wasn't just a throwaway line. It became a source of motivation as he climbed through the junior ranks. And now, with the way things are going, that childhood promise might just come true. That moment with Lando happened back at the end of 2021. Now, Arvid Lindblad is heading into a crucial year in Formula 2, hoping to make good on his word and earn a place on the Formula 1 grid. And honestly, there's a strong sense that he's on the right track. Slowly but surely, Isaac Hajar has also begun earning the trust of Red Bull's top brass, both Helmut Marko and Christian Horner. Bouncing back from an embarrassing start to the season in Melbourne and then going on to score points at 2 different circuits isn't just a comeback, it's a statement. It's proof that Hajar isn't here just to fill a seat. He's here to compete, to lead, to claim the top dog role. Meanwhile, Liam Lawson's momentum feels worlds apart. His trajectory began much like Hajar's, but the results have not followed. The Kiwi driver, despite his evident skill, remains scoreless. In fact, he holds the unfortunate record of being the least experienced full-time driver in Red Bull's F1 history, with only 2 previous starts before this season. Some argue this is an unfair way to judge his potential. But the numbers don't lie. 17th in Japan, 16th in Bahrain, and 12th in Saudi Arabia. Not disastrous, but certainly not eye-catching. And in the background, 17-year-old Lindblad watches all of this unfold, aware that the stars might be aligning in his favor. Red Bull's praise is there. Marko and Horner have both voiced admiration for his talent. The momentum is shifting, and unless Lawson pulls something truly spectacular out of the hat, it's hard to see this train stopping. For Lawson, that realization has started to set in. He recently opened up about the uncertainty surrounding his future in the sport. We all know how unpredictable Formula 1 is. 1 year ago, I didn't even have a seat. I was just watching from the sidelines, wishing I could be out there. So honestly, I don't know what comes next. The only thing I can control is my pace behind the wheel. Sure, the idea of returning to Red Bull is part of the discussion. And that's nice, but I was already there at the beginning of the season, trying to prove myself. Right now, I'm not really focused on where I'll be in the future. I'm just trying to drive fast and stay in the game. But driving fast might not be enough when you're under the kind of spotlight Red Bull shines on its young drivers. The media pressure, the internal tension, the razor-thin patience of management. These aren't new dynamics. We've seen them break even the most promising prospects. Just look at how Pierre Gasly and Alex Albon crumbled under the strain of being Verstappen's teammate. This is a system that doesn't tolerate growing pains. That's why Lindblad, despite the buzz surrounding him, needs to tread carefully. He knows this. He understands just how rare and fleeting these opportunities are in the Red Bull ecosystem. And he's been vocal about the harsh reality of it all. Helmut Marko doesn't sugarcoat things, Lindblad admitted. He tells you exactly what he expects, and that's to win. It sounds simple, but it's anything but. At the end of the day, if you want to make it in Formula 1, You've got to perform. You've got to win. That's the deal. But honestly, I'm excited about it. It's amazing to have that kind of support and to be trusted with that kind of opportunity. I want to make the most of it. So now, the question that's got everyone buzzing. Are we about to witness one of the most dramatic talent swaps in recent Red Bull memory? Will Arvid Lindblad replace Liam Lawson and leap straight into the F1 limelight? And more importantly, will Lindblad live up to the immense expectations from day one, or will the pressure swallow him up like it has so many before? We want to hear your take. Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And once you're done, don't forget to check out the video that just popped up on your screen. It's packed with more behind-the-scenes drama from the F1 world.